And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Still fighting. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Still got the stitches. I learned to swim from all your blood bridges. Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming. Always starving for attention, and I got the kind you wanted, and it's killing you now. You want to spin it around, but the truth, nothing you can do.
Lady!
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he finds some space past the 25 to 27. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
An early task. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Now it's Stafford. He'll try to pick it up himself. A good decision in the end. The play on the run gets him 9 yards in the first.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
60.
Stafford now to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Hey!
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up
Throwing is Stafford.
At the Texans' 44-yard line.
A rifles run, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it here just past the 25. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one, and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy on 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And some space here. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 73 yards. And the Texans are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
First down.
Stafford. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin.
Certainly not giving him choke to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand-new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
Here's Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston.
Tyreek Hill from 6 yards away. And the Texans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
14. Rams, nothing.
Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback.
Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him after not scoring.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Okay, break. Come on. Set. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Darnell Washington, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now Stafford. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after one. Here's 3rd and 6.
Double right. Sponge. Go.
Now Stafford. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Not many moves just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Texans.
Let's go now.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Here we go.
It's a quarter. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football. Just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there. Ends up getting spilled for a loss.
That's caught right side by Worthy. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texans. Josh Jacobs from 3 yards out. And the Texans take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Charles, we know that this offense is... No ball, the fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Texans... And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe. But I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it, and I think we just saw an example there.
And the relief when you get it back like he did. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for L.A. 47 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Here's Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there at 22.
That's another.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
To the air again, Stafford. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. JT Tuimoloau. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. From the gun, here's Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
He'll air this one toward Coleman. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage here, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Come on, set! 70 Timberwolves! Hut, hut.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he is caught. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Now this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Curl. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. From his own goal line, Stafford. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Give me a D, give me the E, give me an A, give me an M, and give me the ring. Give me the lock, give me the rock.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it is 42-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got it to Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw, Stafford. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Yellow 20!
Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
180!
Here's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it. They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one lines up incomplete.
And a nice gain there. It's going to be taken down just shy of the 20. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's A.J. Coldell. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
27-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. And the Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Stanford now to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Stafford. Completes it to Coleman. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Partner, he just surpassed 60,000 career passing yards. I remember when you and I were there when he hit 50, now 60. Where does this stop?
I don't know where it stops, but how did we even calculate this one, right? Long division? New math? Using abacus?
I trusted you. You're smarter than I am.
My calculator shorted out on this one. 60,000 yards. Congratulations.
Man, has it been fun to track his career, and it continues. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and now it winds up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Complete to Washington. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
19 yards. 1st down, Houston.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass incomplete.
And now the comments cite, at least on this drive, a momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Here we go. Come my team. Cowboy.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now he's going to step up and run. Open man left side, so he has it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Stafford. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker.
It's 4th down.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. He hits Adams complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is,
For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have had plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now Stafford. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. Now he's able to bring to 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Stafford. Looking left side, he's got him in. That's Adams. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do, go and get more. Oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw.
The quick throw there is incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on down. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Set. The lady.
To throw is Stafford. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. but you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Fairbairn good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard
line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 at the 35-yard line.
A quick throw going to be caught by Worthy. Now with a first down pickup of 8. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Come on, Cougar 19, Cougar 19, go!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. There he goes again. And down to the 7-yard line. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw here. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start this season, they will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
If somebody announced they're ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Stafford. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. And now here's another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right plays, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Back to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you.